this is crazy. They want to take out Candace Owens?
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal.
What's up? All right, y'all, this is Nuck and Futz, okay? Grab your popcorn, grab your emotional support dog, cat, or even cow, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, Candace Owens just dropped something on X that is so wild, so explosive, so Tom Clancy meets Real Housewives of whatever, that the internet is basically sitting here like, girl, say what? For real? So here's the deal. Candace says that she was contacted out of nowhere by a high-ranking official inside the French government. Yeah, not some random DMer, not a guy rocking a beret holding une baguette lele in his profile picture. No. Someone she says she vetted, cross-checked, and confirmed is actually positioned close enough to the Macrons to know what's going on behind those palace doors. This is nuts, guys. Okay? Hold on to your butts. So according to her, this person told her that the French president and first lady, Emmanuel and Brigitte Macron, have allegedly greenlit to take her out. Yeah. No. You heard me right, okay? You heard me right. Not some sort of smear campaign, not some other lawsuit, not some mean tweet. No, she says they're trying to end her. Now, just a quick reminder, Candace Owens is in the middle of a massive lawsuit with the Macrons because she claims Brigitte Macron was actually born a man. And despite that lawsuit, she's still standing 10 toes down on her wild-ass theory. And let me be real. I feel like Brigitte Macron was born a woman, but that's another conversation. I've done some videos about that. Go check it out, okay? It's a whole other Charles Dickens story to what we are talking about here, okay? But here's the thing. She claims this source told her a team inside of the National Gendarmerie Intervention Group, hopefully I'm saying that title right, basically France's elite tactical unit was assigned to carry it out, to take her out. And on top of that, she says there's allegedly one Israeli operative attached to this so-called squad. Now, according to her, this plan was put together. The operation was actually greenlit, and she was given enough detail that she felt that she had to go public about this. This is absolutely crazy, right? So it sounds like to me, if you really want to know my opinion about this, it just feels like she may have angered two different foreign entities, if you get what I'm saying, if this is true, that suddenly found a reason to join forces, right? Let's not forget the deep-ass dive that she's doing on the Charlie Kirk case. And she's made a lot of claims towards Israel and their possible connection to Charlie Kirk's demise. Think about that for a second. But here it is, though. Let's get back to the post and what she said here, right? She also says, the person provided concrete proof that they are who they say they are, all right? So she believes it's credible enough that if something were to happen to her, the world would know where to look. This is where things went from like an online drama to a straight up international thriller. But it doesn't stop there, guys. This is crazy. Candace also claims the same source told her that this is nuts, that the man who took the life of Charlie Kirk trained with the French Foreign Legion's 13th Brigade. I'm not kidding. With multiple countries involved. We got to do the dun-dun-dun. And according to her, French journalist Xavier Persard is also in danger. So basically, Candace is saying a sitting head of state wants her and a journalist gone. Muerte, okay? Using professional military units and potentially with multi-nation coordination. And she says U.S. leaders know. They actually know about this, but she doesn't know who she can trust. So she's now, even in this post that we're going to look at in a second, she's even inviting other American officials to reach out privately to her because she feels like she's holding verifiable information, guys. Now, listen, whether you think this is like some sort of government conspiracy or this is political theater or Candace is dropping a plot for the next Jason Bourne movie. Okay, let's be real, because this is nuts, but it's also absolutely massive. So we got to take a look at this whole tweet because this is absolutely crazy. And if this is true, I hope she's getting the protection and the help that she needs, because this does not sound, I'd be nervous as hell. Again, let me also say this too. Allegedly, she was pranked in some information that she received before. So I'd be very concerned about, I'd be very skeptical about any information that she receives from anyone, because there are people out here just being buttholes in general. But let's take a look at this, okay? This is her tweet. This is absolutely crazy. So, 2 days ago, I was contacted by a high-ranking employee of the French government. After determining this person's position and proximity to the French couple, okay, Macron's, I have deemed the information they gave to me to be credible enough to share publicly in the event that something happens. In short, this person claims that the Macrons have executed upon and paid for my, I got to use these code words, for my taking out. Yes, you read that correctly. More specifically, that the green light was given to a small team in National Gendarmerie Intervention Group. I am told there is one Israeli that is in on this situation, okay, this squad, okay, and the plans were formalized. Again, this person provided concrete proof that they are well placed within the French government apparatus. Furthermore, to this point, this person claims that Charlie Kirk's assailant trained with the French Legion 13th Brigade with multi-state involvement. Journalist Xavier Poussard's life is also at risk. This is dangerously serious, or this is deadly serious. The head of state of France apparently wants us both gone and has authorized professional units to carry this out. I ask that every person retweet and share this. I do not know who in the American government can be trusted, since this source claims our leaders are aware. That's insane. But I have more specific information, which is definitely verifiable, should they care to reach out to me. To the brave official in France who did this because they were so moved by the evil of Charlie's public taking out to risk their own life, may God bless you truly. Let all be revealed. Now, here it is, guys. This is absolutely crazy. If this is actually true, if this tweet is actually true, and these claims are true, but because like I said, we hear all kinds of crazy stuff. I heard just recently she was, she was pranked. She got information that apparently was not entirely true. So I keep wondering, is this just a wave of pranks, a wave of fake news that she might be retrieving? But nonetheless, you have to take these kinds of pieces of information very seriously. So I get her coming out and saying this stuff right out the gate, right? Putting out there in the public, because in hopes that, hey, if something does happen to me, you know exactly who did it. Or for those of y'all who are wanting to take me out, I know you want to take me out. And now I just exposed you all. So I foiled your plan, right? But still, nonetheless, the fact that she is coming out with this information, she has to take it seriously. Doesn't matter if it's a joke or not. We are living in a world now since, this is post Charlie Kirk now, that every prominent figure, every voice that's out there, popular voice, or a public figure that's out there, needs to take these types of threats very, very seriously. So I don't blame her for putting this stuff out here. But of course, like I've always said, there's the whole broken clock is right 2 times a day type of thing. Is this the moment where the clock is broken, or is it right now? Nonetheless, she's doing what she needs to do to protect herself. And I can understand her being nervous about any of this stuff. But the fact that it's Israel and France joining forces to take her out, that's a wild, shocking claim. And if it's true, man, that's nuts. Because here, at the end of the day, no one deserves to lose their life because of their opinions. Doesn't matter if I agree with them or don't agree with them, okay? Just because they have the power of the microphone, power of the voice, does not mean, and maybe they say bombastic things or say things that are polarizing. It doesn't mean that person should lose their life because they have a different opinion than other people. And I know that from what we've been seeing, it seems like if this is true, she's on to something, especially when it comes to the Charlie Kirk stuff. The Brigitte stuff, that's a little crazy. I'm going to be honest. I think Brigitte was born a woman. That's what I truly think. Okay, their relationship is wild and crazy, and it's really disturbing. That's the conversation that needs to be had. But about Brigitte being born a man, no, she was born a woman. But nonetheless, this whole thing about Charlie Kirk, she might be on to something if this kind of tweet and the information that she received is actually true. But what are your thoughts on this, guys? Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit that like button down below. Crush that subscribe button. We'll be talking here soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.